Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to Imperator Rome. Here today on the channel, we're going to be starting a brand new Let's Play campaign as Rome. So, let's get stuck and right into it. I've got to say a huge thank you to Paradox Interactive for sending me an early access code of Imperator Rome and making this Let's Play possible. So a huge thank you to them and their assistant developer for helping me out. Go check out my Spartan campaign if you haven't already. We're going to be playing as the Roman Republic. We're going to be playing as Publius. Let's get stuck right into the campaign. So guys, first up, I want to make a deal with you. If this video can hit, say, 500 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today and release the second video instantly. If not, you just have to wait a little bit longer for the next Roman upload. I'll put in the description below as well the Steam page for Imperator Rome if you'd like to check out some further information. Okay, so here is a blurb here. You're most welcome to pause and have a look. For the Republic, Roma Invicta. So, we currently start off in 304 BC. It is the 1st of October. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below where you'd like me to expand and conquer for this series early on. I think I want to push for the Etruscans here, maybe further north, maybe into Umbri, Samnite territory. The main objective for this series is to reforge, well, not reforge, forge rather, the Roman Empire from all the way to Britannia, to Iberia, over in the east as well. So strap yourselves in for a long, awesome Roman campaign. I'm really enjoying Imperator Rome so far. It's been an absolute blast. I'm slowly but surely learning the mechanics as we go day by day. Please do take into consideration, if you're watching this back, that this is a blind Let's Play, and I've only played the game for a couple of hours. I've just started my Spartan campaign. I've been recording a bit of that, so we're going to jump back over to this Roman one here today as well. So the min-max might be off a little bit, but we're going to have a lot of fun regardless. Okay, so let's get started. So looking at our national overview, Publius is our consul. He is the head of the Roman faction. So we are 98% Latin. Hellenic is our religion distribution. Okay, I wonder if that sort of changes by the time Jesus Christ comes around. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, looking at our government, we have our consul and then our censor. Now, obviously we are a republic, so it's a little bit different to a monarchy, of course. In this Imperator Rome, comparing to the Spartan campaign, I had the choice to marry off my heirs and family members. In this, you don't have that choice. You really need to control the Senate. So there's the civic faction, there is the military faction, there is the mercantile faction, the religious faction, and the populace. And each have their own sort of unique buffs and bonuses. As you can see here, of course. So at the moment, Publius is currently a civic faction. He's a part of the civic faction. Okay, cool. So tech-wise, at the moment, we could start maybe going through this sort of stuff. Okay, I think we should start with our national overview firstly. So with Publius himself, we've got some ideals. So we're going to be starting off with the national overview. Right, so the current ideals, what's sort of best to go for? Civic ideals, tax farming, tariffs on trade, building cost and recruitment. We're not going to be doing that this early on. Loyalty, no, that's fine. I think firstly we'll go with a farming tax. Secondary, we'll go with a complete tariff. And lastly, what could we go with? Building time. I'm nearly tempted to save it, as we are going to need the oratorial power to be able to fabricate claims and go on a couple of war decks. But you know what? Maybe getting the reinforcement speed is probably not a bad shout. Okay, so within Rome itself, it's broken up into some regions. We have Latium, we have Campania as well. So at the moment, I want to try and switch the majority of these to trade. Trade is so useful in this campaign. You really want to use sort of your governor policy, like your wealth, acquisition of wealth in territories that you really need to tax the province and can't obviously trade. So I really want to encourage trade in all of my territories if I can. Oh, it costs 45, so I can't do that for all of them, which is a bit of a shame. However, we're going to be able to do some trade already here in Campania. So, we want to try and get some resources in. Fish gives us a local population growth, which is pretty good earlier on, especially on the coast here. Let's go with the population growth here, and we're going to have to get trade from Venetia, the Venetians up in the north. So, we'll set that up just fine. Military-wise, here are our italic traditions. Then these will be our military stats as well. I'll probably go down to sort of Principes. Heavy artillery is going to be the heavy infantry is going to be the bread and butter for this campaign. So we want to try and get an abundance of them. Religion-wise as well, we probably want to try and get our stability up a bit to get those bonuses. We're currently at a stability rank 1, which isn't too bad. The Blessing of Fortuna gives us minus national unrest. Pluto with taxation. We can get some population growth stuff here as well. So we can actually get a omen. I'm just trying to think what I'm best to sort of go with now. Research, national tax. The thing is, right, we want to be sort of aggressive from the get-go. We want to hit them hard, and try and expand and conquer on the Italian peninsula as quick as possible. National trade, commerce. Unrest is not particularly going to be a problem for us. So let's go with national tax, the blessing of Pluto for now. Okay, diplomacy-wise, we currently have a lot of subjects. So these guys, do they pay? Yes, so they pay a certain amount of population per month, and they also help us in ongoing wars. We have military access with them. We're also exporting cloth to Syracuse. We are importing fish now, like I did before, and grain from Syracuse to Latium. So that's our diplomacy there. Decision-wise as well, we can obviously change things over to a republic, a dictatorship as well, if we sort of go down that sort of path. Character-wise as well, nothing really here. Mercenaries, of course. So we have a lack of a commander here. We have 15,000 within Rome. I think if we're going to go to war with the Etruscans early on, we probably need around about 45k, I'd say, in the bank. So let's quickly sort of drag across and get someone in within our army. So this 15,000 Roman army consists of 5,000 archers, 5,000 heavy infantry, and 5,000 light horse. At the moment, we can recruit more units, which we will do in a moment, but firstly we need to change our commander. So I would like to bring in Publius, 49 years of age. Yeah, I think we're better off allowing the consul to command this army, even though he's -1 martial command. Okay, cool, because we want him to get more better quality traits. Now, within the army, you can actually recruit straight to the army itself. And also, we need to change up the stance, the shock action of the army. So, depending on your army build, it depends upon your tactics. You can really narrow this down if you want to. So at the look of it, shock action 33, tactical efficiency is not very high. I think in my previous campaigns I've had like 70, 80. So for now we probably should go with either deception or bottleneck. I think I'm going to go with bottleneck, which will use our archers and heavy infantry. So let's go with that for now. Lack of a commander within our ships. Look, you know what? I don't think I particularly want my ships at this point in time. How much does it cost me? 0.6. Okay, the thing is, right, we can use our ships to raid the coastline here. It's not that expensive, but I don't know. It just depends. How long until we pay that wage back and make a profit? Or are we better off putting that into my infantry? We'll keep them here for now, but I'll have to sort of think about it. We can select objectives for the AI to sort of go on its own. We can go with independent operations where it sort of goes on its merry way. We could go reconnaissance. We could hunt fleets. I actually don't know how large the Epirus army navy actually is. So here are the scorned families. Of course, we do need to keep an eye on them and sort of spread around the Roman Republic where we can. So we have an invention here now as well in our technologies. We've got 100 at the moment. So we can go through our military sort of stuff. This is sort of fabricating claims and whatnot. I think we should either go with a taxation or a national commerce income. I think we'll go with that because I want to try and make Rome a little bit more of a trade maritime empire because it's just so beneficial in Imperator Rome. Okay guys, so let me know in the comment section down below where you'd like me to expand and conquer. I really want to focus on Epirus, maybe even try and get the Samnites. If we could get the entirety of the Italian peninsula under our control here today, that would be fantastic. But once we've got that under our control, the world is our oyster. Let me know where you'd like me to expand and conquer. Obviously, historically, there was the Punic War fighting over Sicily. Trying to knock out Carthage as quick as possible is not a bad idea. We could potentially go after Epirus as well, take the western side of Greece, maybe push up into Cisalpine Gaul, and maybe finish off the sort of remnants of Carthage there. So looking at the overviews here is the terrain. I personally prefer the political map mode. So here is the cultural map mode for Imperator Rome. So as you can see, this is mostly Roman here. We have the religion, Hellenic as well, so naturally we're going to be able to conquer Greek territory a lot more easier, and especially on the peninsula for now. We will have to sort of min-max Pop's culture. We're going to have to build certain buildings as well to manage the likes of Carthage and sort of Druidic factions there. Here are the provinces that are broken up on the peninsula. Trade goods, population, diplomacy. Trade is in purple, Venetia with Venice and Sicily, and then our partners in and around here, our puppets. Okay, Barbarian Power. So there's barbarian hotspots in the campaign, which automatically spawn barbs, obviously up in the north, further in the south in Africa here. So you really got to watch out for that if you have those territories. Trade routes, nothing's really showing here now. Fortifications as well, something you need to keep an eye on region-wise as well. Supplies, civilization, opinion, unrest. So most of the world is sort of meh. Doesn't really care too much for Rome at this point in time. Okay, so we have 208 gold in the bank. We're going to be able to spend that quite easily, mostly on military. We have 47,000 in our manpower, which is quite a lot. Military power-wise, we can't spend any of that until we hit 800 just yet. I think I'll go with heavy infantry discipline. Civic-wise, we've already spent a little bit of that. Economy-wise, we're making 4.9 per turn. We're not going to change any of this just yet. Oratory power. To fabricate a war claim, for example, on the Etruscans, we'd have to go to covert actions and go fabricate claim. 180. Sendings, we only get 5 per month. I think what I'm going to have to do is risk it for the biscuit, be incredibly aggressive against the Etruscans, force the war deck through the Senate so we can gain this territory quick, fast. We will get an aggressive expanse penalty and also a tyrant penalty, I believe. But this early on in the campaign, as long as you don't do it to too many different factions too early on, we'll probably be alright. Okay, so religious power here as well. I would like to get some more rights, but I also want to try and get my stability. You get some really nice bonuses when you can get your stability to a +3. Obviously being minus, you get negative debuffs. Okay, I think I've sort of gone through all our sort of management stuff for now. I might dive into diplomacy real quick for my own curiosity. We're going to sort by opinion, so we can negotiate with some of my vassals here, because we are their overlords. I'm just sort of curious to see what we could sort of force through. Nothing really too much. Syracuse is kind of neutral to us for now. That's fine. So like I said, I want to try and get at least 45,000 before we push over into Epirus. So let's get this off and running. So we have Legion 1 here now. I want to try and get some more Principes where we can. So let's get another 5 Principes. That would be fantastic, and I think that will sort of leave that army there for now. I want to get a secondary army here where I can as well. I would like to have 2. So at the moment, because we do have access to horses and iron, we have, I think we're one of the only very few factions on the peninsula to have this as a resource. So we're going to be able to, army-wise, be a lot more competent and superior against our enemy. So we're going to build a secondary army here now. Let's go with 2 units of archers. Let's go with 2 units of equites, 4 units of principes, and 2 units of, say, velites. Now, economy-wise, we're still making 4.9 per turn. Let's increase our speed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow my censor to be the next commander, Quintus Fabius, who is currently the next heir, and he is from the military faction class. So looking at Publius, our consul, really there should be 2 consuls, shouldn't there? Or is it censor that is the minor? I'm not entirely sure. So let me know as well, should we go into a dictatorship earlier on, having absolute power, bringing in the age of the empire? sort of earlier on. Might be quite cool. But yeah, let me know. Feedback and suggestions for the series. So economy-wise, we're still making 2.6. The Ascendance of Rome. The end of recent conflict of our enemies, the Etruscans and Samnites, has left the Republic as a strong power on the peninsula. Blah, blah, blah. Our victory. Our Roman settlers are now moving on their own. Everyone now looks to us. Okay. I sing of warfare and a man at war. Excellent. Okay, so we've got a invite here. So a defensive league further to north. Sabinia. I'm going to decline this for now. So blocked port. Naples. Oh. I didn't think we were at war with anyone, were we? We do have war deck claims. Yeah. But not for now. Right. We're slowly but surely waiting for our forces to rally up. We have 20,000 here now. Let's push you already to the Etruscan border. Now, with these new recruits, does this sort of change my tactics too much? No, it doesn't. Bottleneck is still the most important for me. Okay, so we're slowly but surely now getting this secondary army up. And let's bring in Quintus. What was his name? Quintus what? Quintus Fabius R. QFR. Because the names are so similar. It's easier to remember like that. So, maybe... Yeah, maybe we can't get him in here. Lucius Cornelius Scipio. Ooh! A Scipione! We could bring him in. Yeah, so by the look of it, we can't seem to bring in our censor. No matter. Let's bring in Lucius Cornelius Scipio then, and I am just assuming, oh, he's part of the civic class. No matter. I'm just sort of curious, like, what are the different bonuses to be exact? I imagine it's rather self-explanatory. I don't think it exactly says. No matter, Scipio can command this secondary army. Okay, we've got a new invention here now as well. Maybe getting some more military stuff might not be a bad shout. Starting experience early on, let's go with that. Okay, so we're slowly but surely recruiting more units. Scorned families. Okay, so these guys want an alliance. The thing is, right, we want to go against the Samnites that are there. Lustani. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be pushing this far onto the boot just yet. So I'm actually going to... No, I'm going to decline. I want to conquer. This is Rome. We're not going to piece our way out of this. We're actually losing men there. Right, lucky I caught that. Okay, cool. So let's sit there. We'll wait for this secondary army to come up. Okay, we have some legal action. Gannicus Flavius wants to propose some changes. So transparency can only benefit our legal system. We cannot undo the damage, but we can control it. So some goddamn patricians are arguing again. So we've got a couple of options here. We can give the populist faction a further boost. National freeman happiness, that's okay. Enact law costs minus 20. Rome gets 5% tyranny. Gannicus loses his position of tribune of the plebs. Oh god. Hope he doesn't try and enact any land reforms just yet. I'm just sort of reading the bonuses. Loyalty goes down. National freeman. Rome gets tyranny. I definitely don't want the tyranny this early on. So let's enact the legal system and, I guess, allow the populace class to slowly but surely make their way up. Okay, looking up after spending some time in the deep, melodical profession has... Okay, right, so Publius is depressed. Great. Splendid, even. Excellent, a couple of factions want to trade. Let's accept where we can. Alright, let's dive into our economy for now. It's 0.2, but we've got 91k in the bank, that's fine. We have 9,000 soldiers here as well. We'll quickly switch this over to Bottleneck. I'm going to go back into my national overview, so I should be able to do some trade and switch this over where we can. So let's go with trade here as well. 45, it costs a goddamn lot. We'll slowly start changing them over. Okay, so over here... fish population growth. Boom. That's exactly what we want, so let's go with that. I'm really happy with that. Oh, another alliance has been pushed through. They're actually quite large in the south. I'm going to decline, though. Okay, we have another event here, a popular vote. Some politicians can't avoid consulting Gannicus Flavius, bringing an interesting deal to the table. Okay, so Rome gains trade protection, -1 to routes. Outrageous national unrest. I'm going to take the national unrest because we need the trade for 2 years. Yeah, we need trade. This is where we're going to make the majority of my money, and I'm already pushing down that route rather than a taxation. I'd rather take the small amount of unrest. Okay, so we can't use this trade node just yet, and we're slow. It needs to be 45. We're slowly bringing that over. We currently have 10,000 troops at our disposal. Yeah. With Cornelius Scipio, and then we have 20k with Publius to the north. Okay, I'm going to push everyone to the border here now, and let's have a crack at the Etruscans. Alright, I still want some more units, so I'm going to have to flood my economy somewhat. We're going to lose the research points, but that's fine, and I want to go with commerce as well. So it's only a 2.4. We've got 67 in the bank, which is fine. I can't afford to drop my wages, my maintenance, I don't want to go with this. It's basically this income sort of stuff we'll leave. Okay, so looking at the build, I think we'll just go with probably one more unit of archers, 2 more units of equites, then 1 more velites, and then that's it. I wanted to get like 45k, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, because that is already going to increase it up somewhat. So let's move you here then. Let's allow my fleet as well to get out of the port and pull out. Okay. We'll wait for those units to be recruited. We'll keep an eye on my economy. Oh, huzzah! A child has been born. Publius has had a son. And he's fittingly called him Publius. Fantastic. Alright, we've got 15k on the border here. 35 is going to have to do. I would like to move my fleet out, and I might actually give a command. Yeah, Marcus Flavius. Or should we go with Publius Cornelius? I think we'll go with Publius Cornelius. We'll push you there. And can we use these trade nodes just yet? No, we cannot. Okay, tech-wise as well. What could we go with? National tax is probably not a bad shout. Fabricate claim. We don't need to do that just then. Omen power, 5%. What was our omen power? I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, taxation. So we get a 5% tax rate increase on the 22 or whatever. I'm going to have to work this out. So 5% here. Or 5% on 22.4. I think we're better off going with the... We're better off stacking this. So Omen power by 5%. We're better off stacking that. Okay, cool. Right, set to the border here now then. This army build is still bottlenecked. That's good. So economy-wise, it's 1.6. We could get another unit. That's really pushing it in my opinion. Like 1 more unit of Principes. Because it's going to be a hard and arduous sort of fight. You're not really meant to be attacking the Etruscans this early on, I think. I don't want to do any misplays. I want to make sure we can win this, definitely. Okay, we can encourage some more trade here now. And once this opens up in a soon moment, will be good. Rightio then, guys. Let's go to war with the Etruscans. Flavius is 29%. Okay, we're going to have to keep an eye on him. He's 50, so he's not going to die anytime soon. Alrighty, let's push to the border here now then with our main division. Let's negotiate with the Etruscans. They are currently guaranteeing these guys to the north, and they're importing from Carthage. So they haven't got anyone major near them. Anyone quite large, like Carthage or something. Alrighty, let's declare war upon them. So we can show supremacy. We can take Etruria, Tuscia. Okay, right. So we actually don't get too much of a penalty. We still have to force it through the Senate, though. Okay, so we're going to call our allies. They're going to come and help us out, which is good. They've got a decent couple of armies. Probably 7, nearly 30k between them, potentially. These are the mercenaries sort of hanging within and around Rome. Regardless, war with the Etruscans is inevitable. Let's go through war. So, Forcing it through the Senate will cost 5 tyranny. And we're already at 0.5. I'm more than happy to take that for now. Rightio then, guys. Let's get stuck right in. Push over the border. War has been declared. And the Romans march for their first conquest. Let's slow things down just a wee bit. So 37,000 we have. How many do they have? They have 11,000 heavy to our 6,000. 6,000 to 10, 4,000 to 20. I'm sure they've got a lot more, but also that was also combining those units as well. So let's push over the border here now. So what are some crucial territories to sort of take? Here is their capital, Vat Luna, Tuscia. Alright, and Pisa further north. Alright, we've pushed over the border here now. We've taken our first tile. We want to try and keep our two armies close, because they will have a decent army, the Etruscans. I don't know how many exactly. Alright, we're losing a little bit already, that's fine. Finance-wise, we've still got 26. We're still in the positive. We're losing 1.7 per turn, and we have 31k manpower, which is quite significant. An epic writer. A man approaches us with a request for a room and some help to write a grand tale for the ages. Okay, so... we'll make sure all these needs are fulfilled to write this epic. No way! We already know we are the descendants of Aeneas. We are descendants of the Trojans, so we don't need this playwright. That 24 is going to bankrupt us. We have no interest in this epic, unfortunately. War is on the agenda. Okay, so hopefully we can use these trade rights now. No, they haven't opened up for us just yet. That's fine. Alright, let's speed things up just a little bit. Should we push further north? I'm going to wait until we take this, because I want to push up together. I don't want to overextend myself. So you can push here now, and then if we get bamboozled in the mountains, we'll have reinforcements close by. So we want to be one strong, united unit. We want to split up so we can share the supply. These guys want trade. I'm more than happy to accept that. 0.6, so we're still okay for now. Okay, we're still continuing to push up against... Oh, 30,000 is being given as a gift. Fantastic. Alright, let's continue on the initiative. We're actually quite close to the region capital itself. We haven't been smashed around the side or anything. This fleet, I forgot to move you. You should be closer to the Etruscan territory so you can sort of raid the coastline. Oh, 5,000 have pushed over the north here and are currently in range of Roman forces. How big is Rome itself? It is a level 1 fort, and they are shit. Okay, so obviously dotted across the map there are these fort icons here, level 1, level 1. Now to start a fort siege you need 5,000 troops. To go against a rank 2 you need 10,000. So I thought we'd have some better forts, to be honest. So we might have to double back with this army depending on if it strikes Rome. But I'm hoping that my allies can deal with this while we go for the territory and gobble up most of the war score and the points. By the look of it, they've committed 10,000 now. Okay, they've actually flanked me quite well. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to command Lucius Cornelius Scipio to besiege the capital. We're going to get the consul, Publius, to double back to Rome. We need to lift the siege of Veii, and hopefully my allies can hit the 5,000. We'll double back here now. Another 5,000 has come in, but if we can start the siege of the capital, we'll be fine. Is there some sort of piracy boarding we can do? Just go independent. Go on your own. You got 4 ships. I don't really care. I don't want to micromanage it. So go on your own. Try and help us out in raid as best you can. So it looks like they've split themselves up here, but my allies are coming on the steps of Rome. We need to protect our port city of Ostia. This is where the majority of our maritime trade is going to come from. So Lucius Cornelius Scipio is taking their capital. So threat success. That's Egypt. It looks quite similar to Rome 2's Macedon. That's why I sort of change the flag, get confused on the flags. So I don't know what they've gone and done here. So they've gone around the back, okay. So they've sent 6,000 Etruscans to their doom, and the consul himself is going to fight this 5,000 here. We've divided and conquered them. I just feel like that 6,000 flank, they just didn't see it coming. Well, they completely underestimated how powerful my allies were. So we're fighting here. we have just shy of 20,000, and they have just over 5,000. So the first battle of the Roman Republic Let's Play is off and running. The battle for Veii. We are victory. During the struggle, we killed 1,605 of their troops. They are on the retreat here now. They have 14k pushing over the mountains. We're still continuing the siege here. It's a 28% chance of getting sacked. Let's try and chase this unit. I think it's probably our best bet. And I'll quickly dive back into some trade if we can. Oh, yep, we can bring in wine, which gives us freeman happiness and whatnot. Let's do that then. Perfect. Okay, well, let's continue our war against the Etruscans. Financially, oh, we're actually making a profit now. Can we even bring this back? Yeah, we can actually probably bring this back a bit. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Okay. I was going to say we really could bring it back because we're doing really well. So they're actually going for my allies, which I'm happy about. If we can gobble up their territory from behind, we're going to be laughing. Okay, we're still continuing the siege. We'll move this army, say, here. 14%. We've got 14 war score at the moment. We want to try and take as much of their territory as possible. So what's that 12k doing? They're actually besieging my allies. And they're splitting up a little bit as well. No matter, we'll try and gobble up as much of this territory as possible. There should be another fort here. Yeah, we probably should go for this, because we want to try and take that instead of our allies. We can quickly get there. So they're actually already starting the siege. We'll try and take the surrounding territory here then. I'm really going to have to keep an eye on that army. If it comes into Roman territory, we're just going to have to double back, which is a shame, but that's what we're going to have to do. They're actually losing attrition in the mountains there. You continue to try and take as much territory as you can. Maybe push this way. The 16k is still sieging that out. Maybe with more reinforcements, it might help. Perfect, that's been taken, so you now push for this. We've got a new invention as well. Military investments, national tax. Let's go with a national tax overall. Okay, so we have 322 religious power now. Let's dive back into that. So we can sacrifice a wee little piggy, and that will give us stability too, which will give us more national tax research, and that's probably fixed our economy right out. Yep, 0.3. So getting that back on track is good, and we still got 47k. Manpower-wise, still got 18,000. We're doing really well against the Etruscans here. They're fighting and targeting my allies as we are able to flank and take most of their territory. I don't know why they've gone and done that. But at the end of the day, we are playing on just the normal difficulty. We will up it if we have to in future episodes, if we start steamrolling, of course. Okay, so we've really got them on the back foot here now. Let's continue on with the initiative and try and grab as much tiles as possible. I'm tempted to nearly automate my army here now, because just to gobble up these last lot of tiles. Yeah, 11.7. I don't know why they're going headstrong against my allies, but no matter. Gannicus Flavius, a loyal servant. Yet a questionable man, a lieutenant is honoured a statue. Oh, good on you, Gannicus. Right, it's hideous, the statue. Well, my popularity isn't even that high this early on. 60. Let's demolish it for now. But Gannicus is 25% loyal. This is hideous. Demolish it at once. Let's go, this is hideous, and let's try and bribe him. We want to try and get his loyalty back on track. Corruption, imprisonment. Let's bribe Gannicus, because we don't want a civil war this early on. Especially if I accidentally give him a command. I don't think I'm going to, but you never know. He could rise up and bring an army. So 5,000 Etruscans are further in the north there. That's fine. Let's continue on where we can. They're fleeing even further north as well. Looking at the diplomacy map mode, here are the enemies. So, they have that territory over on the far side. We could send some units over there to deal with that. But it is going to be a little bit of a pain to move 4,000 over at a time. Okay, so another further battle has ensued in the north. My vassals can't seem to contain them, which is a shame. We'll go for this siege here now. We'll take this island here. We want to try and take the entirety up in the north here. They haven't called in their northern allies just yet. They haven't snuck around here. No, that 11,000 is still hanging out there. That's the majority of the Etruscan army. I said I was going to need like 45k. I maybe was being a little bit over the top. Okay, conflict of the orders. Perhaps encouraging this new middle class could be a solution. Manpower, freeman happiness, promotion, civic influence. Only real reform will truly resolve this issue. You're most welcome to read it. So I'm just looking at sort of the bonuses. Freeman, influx. The thing is, right, we are civic though, aren't we? We've already gone down the populist faction already too much. So let's go perhaps encourage this new middle class. That will be the solution. Okay, so for now we're still doing alright. Yeah, they're just hanging out in the south. And now they don't actually have enough men to take the territory. I don't know why they're doing that. Please do take into consideration that I'm using an early access build of Imperator Rome. So still things are subject to change right up to release. Alright, 3,000 in the south here. We probably can go and chase that before it does some damage. They're already at 65% to capitulation, but I want to try and grab as much tiles as possible. Alright, 5,000 here. Lucius Cornelius Scipio is going to smash them, and he's done quite easily. We won the dice roll. Let's stay here and take this territory back officially. We've still got that siege going on further in the north, and we've won. Awesome. Let's continue to try and take the last. We'll try and take this. Election soon. Oh, okay. So at the moment, we seem to have the Senate for now. War exhaustion. And we're still at war with the Etruscans. I want to try and take this territory on the coast here. We might have to move my ships up here now. Is there a port, or do I have to double all the way back to Ostia? There's a port here. We can use that. Go to that port there in the north. This is how we're going to get over. I'm just surprised they went so far south, because I've seen, like, other people's campaigns on this. I've also seen the official Paradox livestream at Rome. Like, most of the fighting happened here, and I've tested out the campaign as well. I've never seen the AI go that far south. It's just odd, to be honest. Oh well, no matter. We'll send this army up in the north here with the consul, with Publius, to try and take the last sort of remnants of it. And we'll push there as well. We'll move you there. We're going to have to split down the army so we can move it over. So I believe 4 ships allows us to send 4 units. So let's split the army where we can. And we'll try and send it as best as we can. So let's click on attachment allow. And allow attachment as well. And move them there. I think that's how we do it. Oh, hang on, I'm trying to figure out how to use the navy, but we've got a new ruler. Quintus Fabius has been elected as the new consul. So what actually happened to Publius? I guess we need a new censor. So now we have a new consul, Quintus Fabius. Okay, so is Publius still ruling? Yeah, he's still commanding that army. Alright, so I guess we allow Publius to be the censor, or maybe we can't do that. No, we might have to choose someone else. Okay, no matter. Okay, so we've got a couple of options here. We have Quintus Fabius, 34, he's quite good. There's also Gaius Fabius Linicus, I think that's how you say it. God, these names are going to be the death of me. Lucius Libo, I recognise that name. Gannicus Cornelius. Let's go with Quintus Fabius to be the censor. Okay, move you here, and we're still trying to figure out this. So maybe I need to move this out. Okay, so for some reason I can't even seem to put a just below 4,000 troops, nor 1,000. Maybe it's because I technically don't own this port just yet, so we might have to do it further in the south in Ostia. So that would be just a test for us, right? You can continue to go north, and we'll try and swing you guys back down to Ostia. The Etruscan army is still here, 2.2, and I don't know why it's hiding that. There's another 7,000 there. Okay, I figured it out. So, firstly, it's a good idea to have a commander in. We can attach and allow. It needs to be in the open sea. It can't be within there. That's alright. We've actually got a peace imminent. That's fine. We can call in another omen. How much does it cost for a Pigu, though? That's fine. Let's go with national commerce. Oh, we need manpower. Manpower's only 188. The war's nearly over. Let's go with national commerce. That's fine. We can deal with that for now. We've got another invention here now as well. Let's go. Army recovery is alright. Let's go with national tribesman output. Okay, we're still currently at war. We're a little bit exhausted, but that's okay. And a couple of my armies lack a commander. The port of Napoli is currently being blocked. Okay, so I would like at least these guys to come over here when they can. Okay, so it's at 99%. We've taken the majority of them. I want to try and make sure we take... so that's Sardinia, that's Corsica. Sardinia, that's the other way around. Yeah, Sardinia, Corsica, yep. So we want to try and take the eastern half of Corsica when we're ready. Okay, so we want to try and get as many troops onto the ships as possible. There's 2,500 there. If we could send you, that'd be a little bit more. Okay, that'll be enough. I'll be blown away if there's anything there, but I guess we'll just sort of have to see. Alright, let's push over for our first Roman naval invasion. Send forth the triremes. Okay, we'll disembark here as well. Now, I'll quickly have to double check to see if there's no major forts, rather. Okay, I want to try and send some more reinforcements because I don't want to get the consul killed this early on into his reign. That would be typical. That Etruscan stack's still hanging out at the back. Alright, we've nearly got this under our control. Let's send now an additional 2,000. And 5,000 should be enough. Alright, let's continue to push. I'd be blown away if there was an army sitting back here, you know what I mean? Alright, let's push here further up now. We want to try and wrap up this war quickly. Alright, send those reinforcements up and in. Oh, there's 2k there. Lucky I did. It's because we haven't got that many ships. We slowly just have to swing our boys across. It does look like, though, they're pulling further back. Alright, let's make sure we rally up with the consul. It looks like they might have a crack at us. Lucky I did bring that. Alright, let's merge up everyone with the consul. 6,000's enough. Let's push further north here now. Let's pull you further back. And then there's that there. I guess we could just... probably like deselect, split that. Then deselect this. Merge the rest. And probably push against them. Try and finish them off. Gain some last minute army experience and pull you back. I don't think we're going to need more reinforcements over in Corsica. But you never know. Okay, we're slowly but surely now taking Corsica. It doesn't look like they're going to stand and fight. Who even occupies this? No one. Maybe not. Okay, only a couple more tiles left. Friends in high places. Pomponius. Severo. Becomes a friend. Loyalty. What's his loyalty at? 750. That's right. No, let's not. Let's go with not another yes man. Okay, now I'm curious. After this fight, we've put it to 99. I reckon I should be able to claim all this. So let's dive into this. 99. So let's sue for peace. So I want the entirety of Corsica, Etruria, Pisa, and oh, do we not own this? Why do we not own that? Who owns that? We do. We can't take that last bit. Okay, maybe we need to get 100% war score. I was like, you know, if I just need to take those 2 tiles to get 100%, I'm gonna do it. Victory. Oh, we smashed them and we captured them. I wasn't even paying attention. We sent the army over there and they went and cleaned them up. Fan-bloody-tastic. Let's push you there. I just saw some pirates there. 7 of them. I don't like the look of that. Get out of the open water. Okay, that's been taken now, and this should be their last tile. Switching back to the diplomacy mode. Yeah, that's it. They shouldn't have any more. They should capitulate after we take this. They do have some armies hanging around on the other side. But in theory, it should be 100% and all be seceded to me. No, looks like they're going to make us fight. Yep. Alright, so Quintus Fabius, the consul's pushing here on the far side. So we're coming up against only 2.7k light infantry, and that's it. Nothing really too much here. We're going to fight this one out here. See how the dice rolls hopefully go in our favour. Perfect, that's now been smashed. Now it's at 99. Surely we can claim this now. Yep, there we can. We can claim Marinium as well. So, let's demand peace. Let's allow them to secede the province. We've got a couple of options here. We can obviously make them a puppet, but we're not going to do that. We can secede the city. But this early on, we're going to be able to take the majority of their land. Fan-bloody-tastic. Let's take the Etruscans. So, the Etruscan Elite. Now, when you conquer a country, there's a couple of options you can go with. So you can go with our enemies to serve no quarter, which currently gives us popularity. We're already at 92, so we're not going to do that. We can banish those clans and put the rest to the sword, which gives us a 0.5 aggressive expansion. We can imprison them, imprison the important characters. We can pass judgment on the important families. What I'm going to do is I'm going to banish those of the class and put the rest to the sword. Victory! We have victory here today, and we've expanded the Roman Republic through to the Etruscans. And we've also taken a nice little sort of holiday place here in Corsica. Okay, we started the slow and arduous task of ferrying my troops further across. So, we've got a couple of options and developments here. So, apparently we've got a civil war potential breakout in 8 months. There's a 34% chance. I imagine due to the conquest, and we're at a tyranny of 3.4, that's why. And also, that tribune of the pleb was pissed off, wasn't he? Yeah, Gannicus Flavius. 46. We could bribe him. That's definitely something we can do. I believe it's him, but I don't know. It's not going to tell me, I don't think. Anyway, as we have the province of Pisa, we can install a governor. And that's what we're going to do. So, let's get someone in Pisa then. So, who should be the new governor of Pisa? Publius, who was the former consul? Sure, let's chuck him in. And we'll continue to allow everything to encourage trade. That's what we really want to go for now. So, at the moment, we can get iron, a strategic resource in the north. From Latium, let's do that, and until more trade nodes open up, we can't do any more for now. Okay, so we've got our war exhaustion, it's actually halfway. Crikey. And it puts our national unrest up. It's a 9.4 out of 20. It does cost, invoke this, war exhaustion, ruler corruption. I might actually do it. So, let's do it twice. That makes it 5. Now, does this drop this chance of civil war? No, it doesn't. But if there is a fight, we will be, I imagine, better for it. Let's go back to that, actually. Let's do another one. Yep, that's what we want. Okay, trade-wise, we're fine. Disloyal Provinces. It's mostly in the north. We need to change that eventually. Right, okay. I think I know what the problem is. So these provinces here are unloyal because they've got Massalian pops and Corsican pops. Even though they're Etruscan, yeah, look at this. They're a part of the pre-Indo-European group. So we're already having a problem there. I thought it was because it was Etruscan-owned. It wasn't. That's why they're so disloyal, a lot of them. So I can't really go for this trade stuff just then. I'm just going from my experience with the Spartan campaign. I was able to implement this very early on. Okay. We still have 25k in the bank. I would ideally like to split this army where we can. And let's deselect this. Let's give it to Quintus again. Oh, we're just going to give it to Lucius Cornelius Scipio instead. That's all right. I might pull you further north then to Catrona. Go to Tuscany to hold. Okay, let's go back and through everything again. So, where are we looking here? Latin is still the majority. Hellenic is fine. So 31%. Oh, sorry, it's 4.2% Corsican. But 31. Okay, citizen, freeman, tribesman, slave. We have to convert that slowly where we can. We can hold a games. Hold a triumph. He's already quite loyal. He's already got the popular support. So looking at my government, loyal. So who's really the disloyal ones? It's you. Bribe. Corruption. Seek treatment. Oh, he's not well. What does he have? Inflammation of the lung. That might be a blessing in disguise. So our second consul, Quintus Fabius, is currently 60. Okay, military traditions, we can't go with anything just yet. We're still saving up our civic. Religion power. War exhaustion's going down. We're currently at a stability 2, which is good. Diplomacy-wise, we can sort by opinion. We are currently a regional power. So I'm just trying to see if I can negotiate with anyone else. No, we can't really for now. And trade-wise, I've gone off allowing trading away resources, even though we lose our capital bonus, because I want to try and keep our resources so we can trade. Okay, we can open up another trade route in Latium. We can get some precious metals, but that's going to improve loyalty. We're actually probably better off putting it somewhere. I think Corsica's a bit of a lost cause, but maybe Tuscany might be a bad shout. Yeah, getting a 0.01% province loyalty is probably not a bad idea. And Arinium, can we open up any more further trade? No. We're still 6 months away from a potential civil war. A small favour. The fortunes of political factions rise and fall. This is questionable. Rome gets 55 gold. Rome gains 5 support for the mercantile faction. A dreadful suggestion. Loses 40 loyalty. No, I'm going to have to... I don't want the loyalty to go. Crikey. Okay, so economy-wise, we're making 9.5. We probably can go into our macro builder and build up our territory. So I think I might build up Rome to a fortress. Especially this early on. They're going to need 10,000 troops. But no one's going to... Even if there is a civil war and our army's split... there could be 10,000 potentially on one side, couldn't there? Maybe. We've also got our allies, though. Our allies will help us out, who are quite competent. They've been. I'm thinking maybe like a granary or a training camp, maybe in Rome, to give us the more manpower. That's probably not a bad idea. So let's go with a training camp in Rome for now. So supposedly in a month the civil war's going to break out. We'll see how that happens. Alright, let's have a look at how the world's going. The Seleucid Empire is currently together. In my Spartan campaign, they actually broke up quite early. The Egyptians are doing alright there. Sparta hasn't conquered the south. Athens hasn't expanded. Macedonia, Epirus are still hanging out, which is cool. Alright, I guess we just sort of let the thing roll along then. Oh, here we go. So, civil war. Our magistrates support. It seems Publius... is behind creating a civil war in our country. Quintus Fabius. So, it was the former consul who's gone and done the business in this Roman revolt. Okay, it's kind of cool, yeah. Roman revolt. Civic faction, Publius. It's because he got passed over for being consul. So now we are a military faction, and we want to try and keep it as that. So he's managed to recruit 8,000. He's actually managed to take this entire region here, which is quite crazy. So now we're currently at war. He's managed to take the conquered region. So already we're actually starting to siege the city, which is good. So I guess we sort of march out. I guess we hold the city of Rome. We might be able to push to Veii and intercept them on the way. How good of a commander actually is here? Out of my own curiosity, 7. And how's our current consul? 10. We can appoint Dictator. Oh, we might be better off to do that. Appoint Dictator. Rome plays 50-50. Rome gets 2. Morale for army. Electoral term. And we can bring him in. Yeah, let's do that. Let's call a dictatorship. My fellow Romans, I, Quintus Fabius, will throw back Publius the traitor. Hey, huzzah! The die's being cast. Okay, so let's continue on with Bottleneck for now. Alright, let's declare that then. Let's appoint Dictator. And let's go for it. Push to Veii and try and hold it out. Slow things down. So we've had our first civil war in the first episode. So there's something I need to keep an eye on. They seem to be fleeing already. We're currently pushing for the capital. We're fighting on the field of battle here today. Brother versus brother. Roman versus each other this early on. Which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. But it looks like victory. We have victory. We killed just shy and just below 2,000 of our fellow Romans. Which is a shame, but so be it. We're going to continue the siege here now. And we'll try and wrap up this civil war as quick as possible. Hopefully they don't bring many more troops. Our reinforcements are now coming along, which is great. And we're currently besieging this city. Okay, the sacking of the city. We've got a couple of options here. Let the looting be gentle. Etruscan citizens will be killed. The thing is, right, it's our own city, so we don't particularly want to loot it too much. Right, our allies are here now. Let's continue on our initiative to try and gobble our territory back up. Our allies are really helping us close the distance. Consul offers friendship. This could be useful. He's a civic faction. Sebastinius Catus. Sure, why not? Okay, we're slowly retaking the, well, former Etruscan territory that turned into Roman rebel. Right, Quintus appears to be feeling, okay, good, okay. So he wants to become friends with the wife of the governor of Magna Graecia. Sure, why not? Oh, wow, we've got a couple of things here. So, oh, he's brought 16k up, crikey. And we also need a new praetor. I don't want to give it too much to the military faction, but we are them though, aren't we? I guess we need to sort of spread it around a bit. I'm not too discriminatory. Discriminatory. Oh, it's slowly starting to secede back, okay. 21k is pushing north. Yeah, I usually just go who's best suited for the job. Okay, that 16k is pushing south. I don't know why. They seem to really like pushing south in this. No matter. We'll quickly gobble up our own territory and get it back. Religious proceedings. The priests will be left alone. Allow religious proceedings. So, unrest, stability, omen power, omen duration. No, I need stability for now. We already spent a lot. Political power. Yeah, let's go with this. A religious proceeding through the city will appease both sides. Let's go with that. Okay, looks like they're going to stand and fight. They're actually besieging Veii with 15,000. Let's push down and deal with it. Even though we've taken the majority of the Etruscan territory back, they do have some allies further north as well, into Genoa. Let's accept that trade, and let's push further south. Hopefully we have some allies come with us, but we should be able to defeat it. They're actually fleeing, which is good, and we're going to have to fight them on the field. Oh, wow, 15,000 versus 14. It's going to be a hell of a fight, this one. Oh, we've got it. But it's nearly too close for my liking. Victory. We have victory. Crikey. 6,555 we managed to kill. So we brought 7,000 heavy infantry. We didn't bring many light. They matched us with that. We had more bowmen slightly, but our cavalry outdid them. Fantastic. And bottleneck is our best. 3% there. Right, let's try and push north and try and get this done. Oh, our allies are fighting it out with Genoa. They're doing goddamn well. Alright, push you up here. Shipwrecked. One of Rome's most renowned merchant traders, Appius, has been shipwrecked. How awful. 52. Oh, we got enough money. Research, loyalty. Local trade investments. End of the game. 105 for Corsica. Sure, let's do that. Expansion of the tribes. Since Romulus founded our great city, its citizens have been divided into tribes. This should please the province. Province loyalty, local growth, national, wrong cultural groups, -10. Nope, we should expand the tribes. Okay, we can enact our first military tradition as well. Let's go with heavy infantry discipline. I think straight off the bat is probably our best bet. An invention as well. Supply lines. We're in the middle of a war. Monthly tyranny, which will be minused. It's only at 3 anyway. So let's go with supply limit 10. As we're in the middle of a war. My ships, I don't think they can do too much. So they've brought back another 15k. We've got 7k there. We've got 30k with our allies. We're currently besieging this territory out. Are they going to push against us? No way. They are. They're going to try and do it. 27,000 versus 15. We're going to absolutely smash them. They're trickling in one at a time as well. They want to lift the siege. I guess it's sort of make or break for them. Wowee, this is really going on. I think they've done well here, under the circumstances. Victory! 11,000. Man, this civil war has been crazy. Okay, so we've got the sacking of the city. Let it be gentle. That's now been taken. I don't think they've got any more major cities. Only one further up here. Alright, let's continue. Let's try and get this over and done with. The thing is, right, we're really lacking manpower. But, oh, we've won. We've got 417 in the bank. Victory! At long last, the brutal struggle with our own nation has come to a close. The remains of the army once commanded by Publius lie broken, demoralized, awaiting your judgment. Decimation will be called. I don't know. Publius himself has been cast in irons. We'll decide what to do with him. So treason demands punishment, but let the soldiers live. Rome gets 10,000 soldiers, or kill them all. All your characters gain a +10 loyalty, but there's a national unrest of 4.4. We get that manpower back, basically. I don't know if a 10% to all owned characters is even that good. That national unrest is going to hurt us for quite some time. It's the first civil war in Rome. We will forgive and forget. Treason demands punishment, but let the soldiers live. Alright, so it looks like we have a new ruler as well. Publius Cornelius has risen to be consul. Oh, here, this is what I was looking for ages ago. Yeah, military faction, morale and armies, building cost, income, omen. Yeah, I quite like the military. That's what you sort of want to go with. But regardless, guys, unfortunately on that note, it is time to end episode 1 of the Imperator Rome Roman Republic campaign here today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had a blast as much as I've had. Playing this, we've managed to finish and complete our first Roman civil war, and we've also taken the entirety of the Etruscans. Oh, we've also taken Genoa. No, we haven't. It's red. It confused me. Oh, I thought we might have had it. Oh, no matter. Oh, we've got this under our control though, don't we? Yeah. Over in the far east of the map. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Got to say another huge thank you to Paradox Interactive for sending me an early access code of the game and making this series possible. We're going to continue the Roman campaign tomorrow. So stay tuned for daily future uploads of Imperator Rome. Go check out my Sparta campaign if you haven't already as well. But let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer. I think going against the Samnites is probably our next best bet. So we've had 3 consuls now. We have the reign of Publius Cornelius. We're going to have to consolidate, maintain, convert the populace from that last civil war. I'll also put in the description below the Steam page if you'd like to check out any further Imperator Rome. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.